everyone, I'm your host Marble Jester. Welcome back to Let's Play Amnesia, the Dark Descent Halloween special. We just received a vaccination. We are out of lantern oil. Shit. But luckily I have a pop. Oh, that's for jumping. Henry Bedlow went to class carrying the anger of his bitter mother. He never cried, he made others cry instead. Pain is like that. You either become sad or you become angry. I didn't catch that last part. That. Oh dear God, I remember the part being... I vaguely remember upcoming parts being really intense. Please go away. Already, Christ. The music's still going on? My imagination's too good. I hear slushing to the right. Are those the fans? It seems too regular. Yeah, it's these. It's these things. Oh, let's see, is this some sort of mechanism?
What's happening? What are you doing? Let me go!
No.
They hate me! Nobody ever returned!
Oh, Jesus, okay. Hopefully I'll get some lantern oil, but I don't know, for the meantime it's well lighted at least. Well lit, pardon me. There's a guy on the other side? I don't like guys on the other side. Rock on. Rock on. If that weakens the pedaling, then it has less horsepower. I might be able to clog it with something. Whoops. Yeah, I think it's weakened. No, no, it sounds the same. I'm not sure. Oh no, I'll need further examination. Even if something happens to make me poop myself. Was it this? Everything's startling me. This game gets me. And I'm hard to get, but this game gets me. Spinning too fast. Alright, that sounds to be the slowest the engine can run. So it's like one small, two big. My humorism is not buoyant. Now just... Nope, this is the best place I can hide. Damn if I see him again. Oh, it's just the gore. The shock my guy has.
Daniel, turn around this instant. You are carrying the shadow with you.
this out. Heads pounding, hands are shaking, all is good. Alright. Oh, it's one of these shits. One of these guys. I thought it was just a person. Who's the badass who came out here and, like, chopped this guy in half? There's like breathing coming out from the other side. Jesus Christ. A wound is bleeding quite badly. A few cuts and bruises. All is good. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, my lord. Oh, yeah, at this point, what do I have? What do I have? I don't get it. I don't quite remember what was on the other side of this place. Hold on, pardon me a second. Just going with the camera. Oh, I'm so chicken shit right now. Oh yeah, that's where I got the pipe. Derp. So he busted through those bars? That's a strong ass dude. this part. My heart's thumping. There's never any escape. Things like this will live with you always. How could he know if Henry would show up down the road or even at his house? Is he that mad? Would he do that? Ah, well. No? I can't just save to... Oh, whatever. I'm sure there's checkpoints that I'm not quite noticing. Oh, tinderbox. Yeah, remember, we get to more vast areas, more vast vicinities. Here. I don't quite remember this. I'm not 100% I think this is where, like, on my very first playthrough years ago, I think this is, like, where I ended it. I just didn't have the time to play this game, and, you know, I just let live.
Agrippa, I need you to stay awake. Can you feel the syringe?
No, I can't feel anything. Alexander,
Yes.
soon I won't even be able to move, will I?
Your life is safe.
I don't doubt that. But will it be worth living?
That crazy mofo? Probably not. Oh shit. Yeah, this is where I stopped last time.
Help me. Who's the switch?
This one.
Next to me. Who's the switch? Thank you. You have my gratitude. My name is Agrippa. Who might you be? Daniel? Like the prophet thrown into the lion's den? Tell me, are you among the lions, Daniel? You want to stop Alexander? Oh my. So Babylon shall fall, you say? You worry too much. Alexander is toothless without an all. He has one. That's not very promising at all.
Voice is coming
The
from the machine.
second is basically impenetrable, but guess why more? It could be breached by another, but Alexander broke his, my own, a long time ago. Really? Well, if you tell the truth, by all means, seek out the pieces of the broken oil and mend away. I believe he uses them for torture now. They practically leak madness. which is quite useful, I understand. There should be 6 of them. Look around the choir and the transept. You should be able to find them there. Daddy, I hate to bother you further, but if you're really going after Alexander, would you consider taking me with you? I know it sounds ridiculous. I mean, look at me. But if you find anything concerning a man named Johann Reich, would you please bring it to me? I believe he was working on a way to help me. A recipe for some sort of potion, a tonic to free me from this husk of mine.
So I keep hearing moaning like the advanced guys, the guy with the blades, like I just was chased by. I see, so this must be like the nexus between places. I gotta unlock these shortcuts, like Crash Bandicoot or Dark Souls. Chancellor. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost. What is laudanum? Is that based off of something? Nope. That's right, you go over there.
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
You gotta be resolute. Keep going forward, that's what I think. This is crazy. That's fucking crazy. Some hardcore Castlevania stuff. That's a lot of smooth hemispherical depression at the top. I would have been mortified. I would have been defeated if I said shit on my channel. Well, there's definitely no going through that yet. Alright, so he went to the right. Though there doesn't seem to be an open door, even. Yeah, he probably disappeared. Those guys are ephemeral, you know what I mean? I see creepy magic circles, some Stefanos, a genie bottle, a tablet of some sort. Damn, this guy's hoarding. Jesus. I don't want to grab any key items like a note or nothing quite yet, because... Huh. Yeah, I'll keep both doors shut for the meantime while I read this. The shattered orb. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb, first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous, fearing a paucity of prisoners. I don't know what a paucity is. I proceeded with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I have tried everything, but I have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There's still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? That's interesting. So he's like hundreds of years old. This guy. Oh, this guy. Wait a second. There ain't nothing behind it? Yeah, I'm gotta be very cautious. I don't know, like, what's what. Maybe this is a key place later. Or maybe it's just decorous with the theme. I'm ambivalent whether or not I should shut it, because, like, what's in here? Let's see.
12th of August, 1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
bucket of tar. Now what could tar be used for? Yeah, it's more abstract, of course. I ain't gonna hand it right to you. Since the one-way door is kind of inconsequential for me.
Is this guilt I'm witnessing, Daniel? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you? Do whatever it takes.
Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how Father must feel about his craft, being an artisan. Relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate grants a certain form of pride.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
Nice. I mean, why would there be so much...
Was there something else? Gumi, I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. I was once quite important to you. Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead house for years.
Like, kill
Who
him?
knows how many? Hundreds, I presume. Alexander is quite impressive in many ways, but he has grown impatient. Why me? I'm the next best thing. Alexander really wanted none other than Johann Iron. You never heard of Johann
His tone's kind of jocular, isn't it?
He's probably the greatest man.
It's kind of inappropriate to me. Laboratory. There goes nothing. Right. Yeah, I want to check up at the place up here again, because there were multiple doors, and I'm not gonna overlook that. Tell me.
4th of August 1839. I can't stop sweating and shaking. The warding ritual was not something of a sane mind. I did not even realize the dungeon was still in use. Alexander had his servants bring one of the prisoners, a murderer, he told me. Alexander made all the arrangements, but he said I had to perform the ritual in order to have the right effect. The shadow could be led astray by the blood of another. Killing the man would provide us precious time. What else could I do? Alexander said it had to be done. He is saving my life. I don't have the luxury of argument.
Yeah, luxury of argument is good. When you're a murderer. Seriously, down the tar. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out later. Yeah, it's hard as for getting things stuck. Oh, hey, monster, hey. I got a present for you. You know that monster that's chasing me? I bet he's like climbing up the ladder now. But not anymore, it's like, vadunk! Get him right in the noggin. I like amusing myself. Anywho, we gotta figure out what how many tinderboxes do I have anyway? 19? Alright, cool. Jesus. Hammer. Oh, come on, you could dislodge like a nailed piece of wood with a hammer and chisel.
Daddy, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you
What
too.
lever? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a way to fix it.
Such a bizarrely friendly guy.
Help her! Find a way!
Anyway, I don't think I've gotten upstairs in this vicinity here. No, I have not. There's a rotten tomato. A rotten apple. Is he having a memory of a kid?
I know this. I've been here already. I know this taste. A taste of Damascus rose obfuscating the truth in a dim haze. They may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. They will be back.
Ah! I picked up meat. A slab of fresh meat. That altar, maybe? So I looked it up because I'm afraid it was another dick punch. And nothing more. But, here, check this out.
How are things coming? I've always hoped fire would return and give
Here.
me a second chance.
Well lit, I feel bad for missing it.
That's why he keeps me here, as a hostage. hoping Vaya will reveal himself.
There we go. Yeah, see, like, what a dick move is that? You get the machinery
You're a
running.
good boy, and I appreciate your compliment. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Being cheeky with me. I bet that was programmed in to imply that I'm just loitering around. Anyhow, we got it solved. Alright, that unreasonable little treasure hunt again. Nope. Cool, that thing sustained me at least.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
I think we're nearing the climax.
Dad, good to see you. You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
Oh, of course, these doors. Agrippa channels Ware. Ware taunts me from the other side. I trust him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Ware claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. I'm sorry, I didn't quite present the grammar well enough. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige. And how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Ware told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae and tempter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be a fertile grounds for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. From any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tempter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Kyrk. I will have to address Ware with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. Okay. If you say so. Oh, another one of these. It's only the third one I found. I'm sure there's more, though. In court, the Order of the Black Eagles spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their father's places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Interesting. Choir. So is this like a soil plant for... It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil. Oh shit. The otherworldly things that dwell in water? I just remembered. Wow, I want to do a ritual with a mundane piece of meat.
Of August 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel.
Hey, it's a little soul
He is
reaver.
Evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines. Paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you sleep. I did well.
I told you Daniel's
One
evil.
life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
There's a Hanan guy there. Sorry, I'm registering things slower. That's such a revelation. Choir main hall. A thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest in the morning sun. Will this ever end? He thought. Yeah, we read that already. But anyway, to elaborate on what I was thinking upon earlier, the otherworldly water-dwelling creatures he was probably talking about might have been the invisible guys.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service?
I'm doing very bad.
It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both. The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with intent, so the rope secured around his leg stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. That's a big hammer. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Got a piece of the orb. So, dull purple glint will be orb light. Gotcha. Trying to psych me out with those scuttling noises. You saw him over there. Oh shit! Ah! I'm dead. Ah, fuck. God, that pisses me off. times it 7. You know what? See you next episode, folks. Dying once is enough for me for one day. Bye bye.